We lived in an age of wonders. We wove magic into steel and shaped the elements with our words. And yet, even in this golden age, there were stories of cities falling to darkness, of a force reaching from the shadows. We didn't believe them until it came for us. The beacons had always been a part of our world. We never knew who created them, or that someday they would return. Defenseless.
We must get to the beacon!
This is foul magic. Silo, clear a path.
On it! Horns, anger issues. Remind you of anyone?
Shut up and fight. There are too many. Make for the gate!
We're through.
What now?
Now, Wingrave, we light the beacon. Somehow, these markings... I can do this. But I'll need some time.
Precursor. We have to buy her some time!
False one! This is vengeance for my people. This! I am sorry.
No! Just a little longer.
Damn.
We are so close.
You've done it. The light.
Your gods are dead. Your world is ours.
The hunt begins.
Can you hear me? Quickly, follow my voice. Skylight needs you. Take the shard.
I remember. I am Nis, the Blade of Shadows. My people are the Deep Eldrin, ancient and wise, forgotten by the world above. But they have been lured down a dark path by treacherous spirits. When my clan refused to kneel, our people turned against us. Only I survived. Now this darkness is swallowing the world, but it cannot conquer me. I am the Blade of Shadows, and I will bring death to false gods who have broken this world.
Praise the architects. I thought we'd lost you. We need to get you back to Skylight. There's no time to explain. You're trapped within the gloom. But with that shard, you can cut through the shadows. You must move quickly. I will guide you as best I can. Greater dangers wait in the shadows ahead. Be quick, but be careful. You're bound to this layer of gloom. You must find the anchor and destroy it. You can cut through the barrier. Focus. Channel your power through the shard.
Shadow step.
You're close to the anchor, the heart of this shadow. You must move quickly before it senses your presence. There it is, the anchor of this gloom shadow. You must destroy it. It summoned protection. Prepare yourself.
Let us dance. Shadur Ota.
The anchor is vulnerable. Focus your power through the shard. Destroy it. The path is clear, but the shadow is collapsing. Quickly, enter the portal. At last. Come, we have much to discuss. I have news. Skylight was devastated by the fall. Ruby and her builders have done remarkable work rebuilding it. Though, there's still so much more to restore. My friend, it is so good to see you again. I thought we'd lost you forever. Don't worry, your memories will return, in time. That battle took place a year ago, and you were lost in the gloom. We've been trying to bring you back ever since. Let me show you. The Eldrin attack was a distraction. The beacon was always the target. We pushed past them and found the creature who was leading the attack. And you did what needed to be done. You fought to the bitter end. And your sacrifice bought me the time we needed. There's so much we don't yet know about the beacon. But its power protects this city. It destroyed our enemies and stopped the Gloomtear from expanding. We couldn't close the Gloom Gate. But as long as the beacon remains lit, our enemies can't pass through it. And in the year that followed, we've studied it, learned more about this gloom, learned how to bring you back. We survived thanks to you. But the damage is done. Skylight is safe and the land around it. But beyond the Highlands, reality is collapsing into the gloom. There may be other beacons, other places that repel the invaders. The only way to find out is to cut a path through the gloom. And for that, we need Wayfinders. We need you. Your sacrifice, and that of the others, bought me the time I needed to light the beacon. And the beacon's light holds the gloom at bay. It's the only reason we're alive. We still don't know. A year ago, the Eldrin attacked us and extinguished the beacon, and it was then that the gloom began to spread. It corrupts and consumes reality. The beacon protects us, but beyond its light, the gloom has swallowed the world, leaving only shadows and chaos. We don't know if anyone else has survived. That's why we need you. You survived in the gloom. You can do it again. With the tools you've been given, you can cut through its shadows. You must be a Wayfinder. We still know so little about the gloom, and so much of the world has been lost to it. We need you to enter the Lost Zones, to find a path through the shadows. You've been through an ordeal. I shouldn't burden you with this now. It's best you see what's left of Skylight, and meet other Seekers. You were a Seeker once. You've just forgotten. Before the Gloomfall, we investigated ancient mysteries. Now it's the Seekers who are working to keep Skylight and its people alive. Go to the Great Hall, up above the plaza. Wolf will want to meet you. We'll talk again after you've met with him and Lord Halar.
I still dream about the day they came. The sharp scent of Eldrin magic mixed into the smoke. The darkness spreading. I passed a girl in the street, left impaled on a signpost. She was far too young. We meet again. Welcome, Wayfinder. You honor us with your presence. I fought the Eldrin during the attack, just as you did. But it was your sacrifice that saved Skylight. Wolf. Before the fall, I was an officer of the Avar Imperium. Now I command our forces, such as they are. There are all too many threats. Shrikes, breaches. But you'll see for yourself soon enough. We will have much to discuss in the days ahead, and we'll have quarters for you soon enough. Much of Skylight was devastated in the attack. The builders are working as quickly as they can. You have more important work ahead of you. But for now, find Lord Halar outside of the Great Hall. He'll get you ready for the tasks that lie ahead.
Storm and Shadow, you look a fright. The new Wayfinder. Delightful. I am Lord Halar. As you know, my lands and the Dominion itself have been swallowed by the gloom. But even now, especially now, names matter. I lead the Arcanists among the Seekers. By necessity, we have focused our efforts on restoring Skylight. But it is my studies of the gloom that can help you, not my knowledge of arcanic illumination. But I can only tell you of the gloom. Omen can show you. Return to her, near the Gloom Gate, Wayfinder. She will guide you in the next steps of your journey.
It's always good to see you in person. The gloom is consuming our world. Our beacon holds it at bay, but much was lost before it was lit. Beyond Skylight, you will find breaches where the gloom has ripped away pieces of our world. We're running out of time. The gloom is breaking down our defenses, and we don't know how to stop it. We need you to explore the Lost Zones, to find a way to fight the gloom and reclaim our world. We do know the large gate behind me is the key. In theory, you can reach any Lost Zone through this gate. In practice, there are limitations. For now, I have a single connection I can share with you. The Codex Halls of Aurelian. There. Go to the gate. The shard you've been using is an incomplete tool. Find a Codex Ember in the gloom. This is a lost zone. It's not a perfect replica of the world that was. It's a dream inspired by what was lost. When you return here again, everything, the layout, the creatures within it, may change. This lost zone is tied to Aurelian, a fortress monastery of the Avar Order of the Silver Codex. The Codex monks were conducting arcane research, and we need to know more about them. Aurelian was raised by raiders from the maze years before the Gloomfall. You'll need to establish your own connection to it. Yes. It was a miracle that we could pull you back to Skylight. But like your memories, some of your skills were lost. Don't worry. It will all come back to you in time. This connection I've provided is temporary and unpredictable. Look for a Codex Ember. I can't guide you when you go deeper. To escape, you'll need to find the heart of this lost zone, the anchor, and destroy it. Explore as thoroughly as you can.
Another battle lies ahead. Killing these wretches is a waste of my skills. Disappointing.
What is this? Something new. Something interesting. I hear an echo in the darkness. You have promise, yes. But you don't have what I need. Not yet. Go ahead. Run along home. I'll be watching you, Wayfinder.
You realize? Bringing you back was nothing short of a miracle of arcanic engineering. Tell me, how are you feeling? Are your limbs working as you expect them to? Does your body feel reliably solid? As a Wayfinder, you aren't just a creature of flesh and blood. You shaped your body from the glue, and it's your will that holds it together. It's remarkable. Because of this, you have powers you don't yet understand. Think to your recent battles. Have you seen flares of energy flowing from your fallen enemies? These are echoes, fragments of the spiritual essence of your enemy, traces of who they were. As a Wayfinder, you can fuse the echoes of your enemies into your own form. As you progress, you'll learn how to weave echoes into your weapons and even your relics. This is a crucial tool that can dramatically increase your power. I urge you to experiment with it. The Silver Codex studied ways to manipulate arcane energies. We can use the ember you recovered from Aurelian to create your Gloom Dagger, and to establish your own connection to the ruins. You see, the shard you claimed in the gloom is a rough and imperfect tool. You need to make it a true extension of yourself, a blade that can cut through reality. Use the Echo Matrix to combine the ember and the shard. Visualize the shape of your dagger. You can draw on the threads of the gloom and make your vision real. Try it. Excellent, yes. Let me inspect it and make sure your work is complete. I trust your dagger is performing adequately? Perfectly done. Woven from the pure elements of magic and drawn into reality. Now you have what you need to explore lost zones on your own. Let's review that procedure. To reach a lost zone, you need 3 things. A breach that serves as an entrance, a gloom dagger that can cut a path through the shadows, and a connection to the place consumed by the gloom. A connection can take the form of an object, such as the ember now bound to your dagger, or something more abstract, such as a memory or experience. You now have a gloom dagger, and through the ember you have a connection to the codex halls. So, what is it you are missing, Wayfinder? Have you been listening? Yes, just so. You need to find the point at which this area collapsed. You must search the Highlands for a sheet of gloom energy, a hole in the world. Once you've found it, use your dagger to carve a path. Explore what lies beyond, and destroy the anchor of that shadow. Thereafter, you will be able to reach Aurelian through the gloom gate here.
There you are. Your gloom dagger is connected to the beacon of Skylight. Aside from being an invaluable tool for exploring the gloom, it also allows us to communicate through the link. But now, I need you to return to the Codex halls. We need to know more about the work of the Silver Codex. I always thought they were peaceful, devoted sages. Now, I'm not so sure. Our work suggests they were experimenting with a sinister force that may have been the gloom, decades before the Gloomfall. This work could help us push back the gloom, or reconnect our world. As Lord Halar has told you, you must first find the breach tied to the Codex halls out in the wider world. Before you leave Skylight, I need you to bind your dagger to the signal fires here. Once that's done, take the lift down to the Highlands and find Warden Haas. She's in charge of our defenses.
Do not waste my time.
The signal fires are tied to the beacon. It's this network of arcane energies that holds back the gloom. Well done. Now, take the Great Lift to the Highlands and find Warden Haas. Warden Haas is stationed in Lower Skylight and knows the Highlands well. She'll know the location of the breach you're looking for.
Up for trouncing a few more shrikes? Well met, Wayfinder. Welcome back to the world. What's left of it. It's an ugly business. We're fighting the shrikes for resources. And out beyond, you've got feral beasts and gloom-spawned monsters. Be sure to bind your dagger to the signal fire here. You'll find them across the Highlands. Again, I'm no Wayfinder. I've heard they're connected to the beacon, and each connection strengthens its light. Bouncing a few more shrikes? On your way then. But we could use another blade out here. These gloom-touch beasts get more dangerous every day. And the shrikes are even worse. Skylight needs supplies, and it's getting harder and harder to find them.
As a Wayfinder, you alone can chart a path through the gloom. But you possess powers and skills beyond those of the Watchers and Rangers. And we must all stand together if any of us are to survive. Many will ask for your help, and I hope you will assist those in need. Right now, I need you to return to the Codex halls and get to the bottom of a mystery. Hold a moment. Before you enter, bind your blade to the signal fire nearby. This way you can easily return. A previous expedition discovered unnatural deadly spiders in the shadows of Aurelia. Did the Codex somehow harness the gloom decades before the fall? You aren't the only Wayfinder.
Shadur, guide me.
The spiders craft crystalline webs. Shatter any that you find. Lord Halar can analyze the residue.
Let us dance.
Now, return to Lord Halar so you can analyze the residue of the webs.
Let us dance. Ravens, come. Shadow step. Careful.
Well met.
A lover.
I trust your dagger is performing adequately? Yes. Yes. These creatures were altered with arcanic power. Shadow, certainly, perhaps a hint of chaos. But this isn't the random work of the gloom. This shows intention. The Codex were monks of the Imperium. They couldn't have done this. Even if they knew how, working with the element of shadow is anathema in the Avar faith. I must know more. Wayfinder, you must find the source of this. But to do so, we must accelerate your training. You must learn to shape the gloom. These webs hold traces of a greater threat. I can isolate its spore. I can give you what you need to hunt. But you are not fully prepared. Each has something you need, tools you can use.
Skylight has need of you, my friend. We have lost so much of our world to the gloom. We still don't know if we can restore what has been lost.
It is time we found a weapon worthy of your hands. I see a Wayfinder, newborn from the void. You need a weapon worthy of a legend. Eclipse, the Titan's bane. We drew you forth from the gloom when you were lost. You can do the same now. You can call an echo of a legendary weapon from the void, and you can make it real. Each of your weapons has a story, Wayfinder.
We were a small clan. Ha! A new Wayfinder. Delightful, delightful! I'm Venge, and you need what I have, for I have what you need! Good, good! It's hard to get supplies in what's left of the world, but my friends and I comb the broken pieces and find those things you need. But the maze always treated us. Well, oh, Venomous even dropped her scout. When she saw one of our inventions. One.
Please, bring any rare finds to me first. Venge is just as likely to use valuables as scrap to build his contraptions. You are newly returned, yes? You may find my appearance unsettling, but trust me, no one knows more about the interaction of magic and metal than I. There is power within you. The greatest accessories cannot simply be crafted. All power has a price.
In the chaos following the fall, as you know, you weren't the only hero lost to the gloom. It's not easy to pull a Wayfinder from the gloom. There are things I need you to find. Elements of power, traces of our fallen champions. We need more Wayfinders if we are to survive. It was Wolf who rallied former soldiers and farmers alike, training our watchers.
My knowledge is yours. My work has been successful. But before you reach her, you must craft a gloom trace and use it on the gloom gate. I craft the gloom trace and then go to the gate.
Another battle lies ahead. Swift and silent. I have survived worse. The shadows call. A strike with both blades. Shadow rising. I have survived worse. A strike with both blades. Let us dance. Dark.
Swift and swift. Shadows come. I don't know what it is that you found, but I can feel its power moving from our link. Bring it to Lord Halor as quickly as possible.
Yes.
While Lord Halor analyzes the stone, there is another crisis that could use your attention.
Whatever their origin, they are arcanic in nature. I will.
Wayfinder, you're here. Good. Your efforts of late have not gone unnoticed, I assure you. In the last 48 hours, 2 squads of Watchers have disappeared. Some of my Rangers have scouted the areas of the disappearances. I cannot risk any more of our forces' safety. I need you to head to the site of these disappearances.
Huh.
We could all use a break. You most of all, if I had to take a guess.
Eyes open. Another battle lies ahead. I have survived worse. Death comes swiftly. too easy.
Get this.
The fire burns.
Careful. If you see Ruby, give her my best. The Watchers have spoken highly of the new quarters she built for them.
Maybe I should buy the workers. The Eldrin left us with ash and rubble. But we'll rebuild. One brick at a time.
Strength. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised, having fought together as long as we have. To the rest of us, you make the impossible seem like an easy thing. So tell me, what did you find inside? I see. The gloom tears have plagued us for some time. Perhaps if that's true, then I've no idea what you face. Once we would do well to report this to Omen. She understands the gloom better than any of us. If anyone knows the best course of action, it will be her. She's always welcome here. Must not have been easy fighting your own.